Hi, today we're going to learn how to make this beautiful, it's kind of messed up right now because I don't have it glued down, but this very lovely, elegant winter border. We're using the Creative Memories, this isn't new, but the Baroque frame punch. This is the new Treeline border punch. And the paper pack I'm using this is Winter Woods. I have bronze shimmer and dark green. So let me go ahead and move this stuff out of the way for now. We'll put that up there. And I'm just going to double check. Yep, we can see everything. So the first thing we want to do is take our bronze shimmer paper pack, or bronze shimmer paper, and we're going to cut out the Baroque frame. And if you've watched other videos, in order to cut this out, we have these little lining guides right here, this little mark. And that's where you're going to go ahead and put your paper for the first punch. Also make sure that the back of your paper is also lined up against the back of the punch. And go ahead and punch it. Then you're going to slide it over so what you've just punched out covers these blue lines. So you don't want to see the blue. Cover that up, make sure it's lined up against the back, and go ahead and punch that out. And move it. Just keep going down the line until you've cut the whole thing. All right, and then after you've done this, you can get rid of this. Take our 12-inch trimmer and cut this at 2 inches. So we're going to line the top of the punch right here at the 2-inch mark and cut that off. Now we're going to go ahead and set that aside. Now we're going to take our Baroque frame again, the shimmer paper pack, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to punch it one more time. Across, covering up your blue, making sure it's resting up against there. All right, just put that off. Throw this away. Now this time, you want to cut this off. When we go ahead and trim this, we're going to cut it off at 2 1/4 inches. So here's our 2-inch, go up one more notch, and it's 2 1/4. Trim that off. Now go ahead and take what we just punched, and we're going to take the Treeline border punch. Now see, when I put that in here, you can't see, obviously you can't see the paper where it is on the notches. So if you just go ahead and turn it upside down, you want to go ahead and see where my bronze paper, slide it over until it just meets the edge of the opening. Go ahead and hold on to it and punch it out. Now you can flip it over and continue punching the way you did before. Cover up the blue, line it up in there, and just go ahead and slide this across. And we have that punched out. And you can clip that off. Get rid of this. Now we have this, which is beautiful on its own. Set that aside. Now I want to take my dark green cardstock. And now I'm just going to use the Treeline paper. And we're going to cut this out just the way we did before. So we're going to line up the green paper with the cutting guide, punch out our first one, and go ahead and slide it over. All the way across. across. This time though, I want you to keep what you've punched out. You don't need this little bit, but keep this. Some of us are calling it punch poop, or the negative that was left over. So I can get rid of this. So now we have that. This is going to, what I'm going to do here is I want to line this up behind it so it's overlapping. Now I can't just cut, but I also want the green behind my Baroque frame. But because I want this to overlap and I can't have this negative, I don't know what to call that, I'm going to take this and cut this at 1 inch. So line up my tallest tree here at the 1 inch mark. Make sure my tall trees are lined up the whole way across. All right. And then with this, I want to go ahead and cut off one of the trees at one of the ends. So we'll go ahead and cut that off. And that little tree can go away. But I want this lined up down the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this at, I think I'm going to need to do, I think 1 1/8 is going to work. I want to cut this at 1 1/8. So right here at the 1 1/8 inch mark, cut off the screen. Set that aside. All right, now we're going to assemble. So take my Repo tape runner, put this here, line that up along the bottom. Take my green where I cut off one tree, and we'll put some, I'm just putting a little bit on just for the sake of time. I'm gonna put this, let it over a little bit. So I have a little bit at each end, but it's resting on top. Little space there, little space there. And then when I take this one and lay this on top, there, my trees are in the background. And then on the top piece, the one we cut out before, just the Baroque frame cut to 2 inches. This is going on the top of my page. Now, what you do is you take this leftover punch poop. And again, I am just doing this quickly for the sake of time. And line that up on there. Oh. And you can see what we're ending up with. I hope you enjoy this little technique or this border. And you can incorporate it into some of your pages. So there we, oh, it looks like it's a little bit long. I need to trim that off. But that is elegant. What a beautiful, beautiful Christmas page, winter page. Again, we used Baroque frame, the new Treeline border punch, and the Winter Woods designer paper pack. Have fun. Happy scrapping.